It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle. Keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready to break.
39. Check, Mike, 39. Watch the curve.
Get it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. 3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, Michel. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They run with Breida, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Look at me. Zipper.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
The open man is Westbrook. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Still leaves them with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Well, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Ready.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Looking to throw. Stewart. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Ready? 60 or.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
Topper! Snap!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to Michelle on the screen. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
70, Indy. All day, dog.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line.
Hey, watch it.
They'll try to run with Bruno. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on fourth down. We're scoreless after 1. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
What is that? Like 88! Mark 54! Target! Bullshit!
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Watch the curl.
Watson just beating the play clock. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now a first down throw. Watson escaping the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Check 59.
Out of the gun, Watson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Watson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Reset. 19. 52. Even. 424.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Alert.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
On the ground, this is Michel. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effective.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
We got 4. We got 4. Wide, get wide. 9.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this one completes a read. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, Watson forced out to his left. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
To throw is Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
61, match box.
From the gun, they run with Michelle. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Stewart. From the gun, he'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Back to throw. Stewart. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Stewart. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. They ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. That's complete to Slayton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Undercut.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
This is it. 19. Hey, we are.
Give me pass.
Watch the end.
Give me forward.
Off. Motion.
Watson on third down. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Keep working.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. Catch made by Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. On first down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. Going right side, he finds Slayton. That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Watson. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Watson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
25, check 25.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Watson looks to throw again. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to throw, Watson. Jordan Reed has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1. They come out here in the eye.
Check.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield.
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Set, ready? 90, walk.
65, 65.
General West.
Check 31, check 31.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They run again with Breida. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Alert 3, 54.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And no, it's incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll run with Michelle. And, boy, he is very close to a first down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They run for it with Breida. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Michelle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Michelle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. The open man is Westbrook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. The quick slant caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They come out here in the eye. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal.
Go, Jackrabbit, come on.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Matt Breida His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans have taken the lead. Important extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. This is Breida. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
To throw is Stewart on 3rd down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. The 20. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Jordan Whitehead there defensively. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's going to, and this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
At their own 1-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit